Hello, everyone. You are welcome once again to today's lesson. And in today's lesson, we are going to look at the solution to the assignment that was given in lesson 2 of combination approach in solving probability questions. Okay, so just as you can see on your screens, okay, the question and also the solution with some marks, okay, attached. Okay, please take note. What we have here is basically going to be the marking scheme, which is supposed to guide you, marked what you submitted to me, and after marking, you know what you are supposed to do. You send your marked version also to me as well. Okay, so please take and stay with me as I walk you through the solution and address all the major concerns, especially that came from your various submissions. Okay, so quickly, I've told you anytime you read question, check whether you have salient parts, okay, that you are supposed to underline in the question. So if you read this question carefully, you will realize that, okay, let's read it together. A bag contains 20 small identical objects. 8 of them are black, 7 are red, and the rest are white. If 3, so you know that you are selecting 3. Okay, of the objects are selected at random from the bag at once. You know, this is a key word, a very significant word. Okay, that's okay, must always be considered anytime you are dealing with what a probability question. Find the probability that, okay, and obviously, okay, so you can see I, okay, I, V, the various probabilities that or events that you are asked to find their probabilities. So please take note. You know, this keyword here at once, okay, gives us all that we need basically in this particular preamble to tell us or let us know that we can use the combination approach in solving this question. Okay, so by that we know the method that or the approach that we are going to use in solving this question. So after that, what do? You know, after reading the question and underlining the salient part which we have, the next thing that we do is to write solution. After solution, you know questions are numbered because we want you to equally number your solution. So you ask yourself, do you have a major question number? No, there is no major question number. Okay, so it means anything that you are going to extract here, okay, will not have any number assigned. That's the general information that you are going to extract. At the normal circumstance, you know, when you are extracting, you write given, okay, then you extract what you have there in maths. However, with this one, we cannot extract straight away. We know that we are supposed to make a representation of some sort before we extract the information in, okay, the set form or the data in the set form. So quickly, we know we are supposed to start by writing let. So we are going to let S be equal to your sample space, which will be your, which is your set of objects. Then B will be equal to what? Black, okay, a set of black what? Objects. Okay, R will be equal to red, and we know once B, R, and W are coming from what? S. If you don't attach what? Object, we know that black is referring to black object, red is referring to red object, white is referring to white object. So please take note. Okay, that's not to say that if you attach object, you are wrong. Only that remember you have to be concise and precise. You are working against time. Then this implies we are now going to extract the data. Okay, you know, once we're able to write represent what we have there in the set form, curly bracket form, because we know that we knew the number, okay, of our set. Okay, so in this case, we have the number of S we are told is 20. Also, this is the first question that we know the S given straight away. The previous question, you realize that you will be given the other set, okay, subset of your sample space, and you add everything to get your sample space. But here, the sample space is given. You know the number of B, that is 8, the number of R, that is 7, and the number of white is not directly given, indirectly is given. You know the total. Once you know the total, which is your number of S, okay, you should be able to get the number of W. And the number of W will be equal to, you sum these two and you subtract it from 20. So that's what I have. It will be 20 minus 8 minus 7. or 20 minus in brackets 8 plus 7, and that would be equal to 5. You could have done this mentally, okay, to get your 5. Okay, well understood. That's okay. Okay, so if you wrote number of W is equal to 5, okay, you won't lose anything. You still get your B1 for the representation and B1 for the extraction. Now we come to the main question, I. What are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find, okay, this probability. Probability that one is black, one is red, and one is white. So you have one black object, one red object, and one white object. So therefore, you know, so you write I. And remember, as you write the I, you don't leave any space because you are not moving from a sub question to another sub question. In any case, that's the first sub question. So you don't leave any line. So you come and write therefore, then what you have here, I decided to use, okay, 1, okay, the figure 1, okay, for wherever I have 1 there. Then now, you know, this is equal to 1b, you want to use your letters, okay, and, or you can use comma. Remember, I've told you that, okay, in math, you can also use comma to represent what do you call end. So I just introduced that one here so that you know, okay, how flexible you can use that. Okay, so, or someone can write end here, it's understood. So one red and one red, sorry, one blue, forgive me, and one red and one W. So you know what you are supposed to do here. You select B from, what do you call it? Did I say blue? This is black. Okay, so one B. So you select black from black, red from red, and white from white. So it will be 8 combination 1, okay, then 7 combination 1, then 5 combination 1. You know the respective, okay, total numbers in terms of the red, the black, and the white. Okay, so at this point, you use your calculator, you use your head. You should know any number combination 1 will give us the number itself. So this will give us 8, this will give us 7, this will give us what? 5. However, you know there will be a denominator, which will be your total, okay, combination 3, the total number of objects, okay, and, okay, combination, the total number of objects that you are selecting. Okay, so on that note, you know from here you should be able to continue. Okay, so quickly I'll come to II. II2, we are asked to find this probability. So you write therefore probability exactly 2 are red. Also, I wrote exactly 2 are red in brackets. Okay, somebody can write exactly 2 red. Okay, so that's okay. Or 2 are red is the same thing. If the exactly is not there, it's the same thing. However, I said if you can coin whatever that you have in bracket to be exactly what you have here, okay, is usually better. So that you don't bring ambiguities in your representation. Okay, so now what do we have? We are looking at exactly 2 are red. So indirectly, we are trying to say that 2 are red, so meaning 2 are and 1 non-red, basically. So if 2 are red, then it means the one that is left will be a non-red. Okay, so what do we do? This will be equal to, so the red, you have 7, so it will be 7 combination 2. Then times, if you come to the non-red, how do you get the number of non-red? Okay, combination 1, and that will give you, non-red will be the total, which is the 20, minus the number of red. So non-red will be the sum of the 8 and what? And the 5, which will be the black and the what? And white. So in this case, that will give us 13 combination 1 all over 20 combination 3, you know, the denominator always should come. Other than that, if it's only the numerator, then you are looking at the number of ways of forming what you have here or selecting what you have here. Okay, but probability will always bring in a denominator, remember. Okay, so now the rest will be calculated. When you use your calculator to do this one you can use your hair so you don't bother your calculator, any number combination 1. All over, you know your denominator, 20 combination 3 already. So you don't use your calculator again, you can infer, write it there, then use your calculator for the whole of this and you end up getting this. Alternatively, okay, and if you look at the alternative method here, obviously you can see that here you write more. So that will not be the ideal method. However, I just want you to have a fair idea of how, okay, you can also deal with it if you don't go this route. But I will entreat you to go this route because it's the ideal, okay, method in that it will save you space and time. So alternatively, okay, P exactly, therefore P exactly 2 are red will be equal to 2 red and 1 what black, or 2 red and 1 white. So this will be the 2 possibilities. Okay, so now you know how to deal with this. You come and, okay, do that, then plus you know how to do this, you come and do that. Someone could have done 7 combination 2 times 8 combination 1, then plus, okay, 7 without, then come and do all over a common denominator. I decided to write it in terms of partial fraction, but someone can write it in terms of a single fraction. I mean, quoting it in terms of the combination here. So the whole of this and that will be occupying the numerator all over this. Okay, and I think from here you should be able to carry on. It's just calculator work. Okay, and when you get here, do this one separately, do this one separately. Okay, then after that, what do you do? Again, do this one separately, do this one. And so here that you can use your calculator to sum, which will give you this. Okay, so on that note, this takes us to, okay, the I, we are supposed to find probability none of them is right. Probability that none of them is right. So it will be therefore, don't forget, any as you are moving from I to I, you need to leave a line. I to I, you need to leave a line at least. Okay, so you are moving from a sub question to another sub question so that your presentation will be neat. But you know, okay, what to do. All right, so it means throughout your presentation, the only time that you will leave lines unattended to will be where you are moving from a sub question to another sub question. Please take notes. All right, so at this point, what do we have? We are going to write, okay, therefore P, none is white. None is white in that really means no white. Okay, so we are looking at 3 non-white. Okay, so 3 non-white, because we are selecting 3, will be, you know, the number of non-white. So your number of non-white will be, what will be your number of non-white? How do you get that? You subtract the number of white from the total, or you sum, okay, the black, okay, and red. Okay, and that will give you 15 here. So it will be 15 combination 3 all over your usual denominator, 20 combination 3. Use your calculator to do the numerator. The denominator you already know, you write it there. Then now use your calculator, feed your calculator with this. Your calculator will give you the simplified version, then you write it. Okay, so the last but not the least, what are we looking for? Okay, that is the IV, you write it. Okay, therefore P, we are looking for at least one is white. So at least one, okay, white. I decided not to write this. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, at least one white or at least one is white. Okay, so it's equal to, you know, that's your first step. So it will be at least one. Remember, I've told you, anytime you are given a probability question and you see at least one, there is a special relation which will always make your work very easy. So at least one means 1 minus P no white. Okay, no white is the same as non-white, which is what we have done here. So you can see that this will be 1 minus this value, which we can find because we are convinced that this is correct. Okay, so we substitute, okay, and what? We use our calculators to simplify. And this gives us the result that we have here, as simple as that. And please take note, every step on the way, okay, you should have your equal tools there. Okay, you don't ignore the equal tools here and come and introduce the equal to at the last, okay, result or answer. Please take notes. You don't do that. You don't choose when you are, I mean, you are not, you shouldn't be lukewarm as to when to introduce the equal to and not. So every step on the way, and I repeat, every step, there's a step, okay, every step on the way, you are supposed to introduce equal to, okay, or use equal to introduce whatever that you have in each step. Take note that. Okay, so at this point, this will be it for the solution, and you can see the marks attached. Okay, the first, let me go back. So you extracting, I mean, getting your presentation and your data, B1, B1. So the total, okay, will be 2, okay, for the general information that you have here. However, 5 marks. Okay, take note. So B1, if you get this, if this is not there, you lose B0. Now, if you're able to get this one, okay, right, then you still get your M2. Okay, however, if this anything here is not the same as what you have here, then you get your M0, A0. Take note. Okay, once the M becomes 0, your A will be 0. But if your B is 0, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything will be 0. So take note of that. At least you know this basic information that you are supposed to use to guide you, Mark. Okay, so thank you very much. And in this one, I think this one, I will be 5 marks. Okay, then I 4 marks. Okay, IV also 4 marks. So in all, if you sum, you are going to get a total of what, 20 marks. So you know what to do as you mark. Okay, please indicate sum your score and indicate your score over the total score. So if you had 20, you write 20 over 20 on top of what your first page, boldly written. And when you are capturing your marked version, you equally capture that for me to see. Okay, and you are supposed to submit, everyone is supposed to submit, okay, his or her marked version because I have to go through. It's not your duty to mark. So I will go through and see, okay, add my, what do you call it, my expertise to the marking. Okay, so thank you very much, okay, for your attention and everything, your time. Okay, God bless us all.